have his number 2 up in the rafters one day, but it's the Oilers focusing on getting 2 points tonight, as I'm pleased to welcome you to the Oilers TV live pregame show. I'm your host, Tony Barr. We'll be speaking to Cody Ceci, who is playing in his 600th NHL game, as well as Kailer Yamamoto. Of course, they'll be followed up by head coach Jay Woodcroft, so stay tuned just a few moments. Sorry about that again, Cody. Game number 600 for you tonight. When you reflect on your journey, what kind of comes to mind?
Yeah, it's kind of flown by a little bit. Feels like yesterday I was just coming out of junior, getting a chance to play my first NHL game, and then from there I've moved around quite a bit. Played with a lot of cool people, a lot of great players, in some cool places. So. Yeah, it's kind of all been a whirlwind, but yeah, I'm hoping to play some more.
You're playing some pretty important minutes for this club, and especially in a role that this team very much values. What's your mindset going into a game? Just try to keep it simple, because it seems like you do keep it simple, but very effective.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to, like you said, just keep it simple. Play those hard minutes and let our offensive guys do their thing. Trying to be a little bit play more into a veteran role now. We got some young D-men that have been playing great for us, so just trying to help them out as much as I can.
That's my next question for sure. You're a veteran now, 600 games. You have a lot of young guys in the back end. How much do you have these kind of conversations on the sides, either leading into the game or even during the game?
Yeah, I've been playing with some young guys since Dunkey went down with an injury, and I'm just trying to help them out as much as I can. I remember being a young guy coming into the league, and it is helpful when you have a guy to lean on, so I'm just trying to be that guy for them.
You talked about Duncan, obviously a special day for him. How much are you looking forward to being a teammate of his tonight?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. He means a lot to the city. They've won some cups here. He's played a long time here. Tried to make it special for him yesterday when he was coming into the rink, but I think their fans here will do a good job of that tonight too.
The Blackhawks expect to get several players back, including Jonathan Taves. What kind of a challenge do they present, especially they're in kind of desperate situation?
Yeah, it's always tough facing a team when they get some of their key players back. Everyone gets a little more excited, so they'll have lots of energy, lots of fresh legs. So we'll have to be ready for them tonight.
Duncan, has he talked much about coming back here? Is he at all nervous, or is he excited about playing in front of his former home crowd?
It's tough to tell with him. He always keeps to himself, but I think he is pretty excited to be back. He doesn't really show it, but I'm pretty sure he's excited.
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah.
Kailer, we know you missed Sunday's game. Just wanted to make sure that you're 100% and just maybe tell us what you were maybe fighting through there.
I don't want to go into the specifics, but it's just a little lingering. But it's fine now. Still fighting a little bit, but should be good for the rest of the season.
You came back a couple of games ago, scored a big goal. It almost seems like you have a knack for scoring and in important moments during games. Where does that kind of come from?
It's kind of been doing it, my whole life. Growing up, I love those big stages. When you play with Leo, you get out in those big stages. So, just trying to perform and, score those goals.
You talked about playing with Leon and Evander the last handful of games. Where would you assess where your guys are at as a line right now?
It's been a few games now, so we're building that chemistry, and I like playing with them. Kaner likes to go to the net and play down low, and Leo likes to hold on to the puck and make plays. So it's we got a little bit of everything, and I think we're only going to go up from here.
What's your role on that line? What do you do?
I just like to be tenacious. Get the puck. Try to get to Leo, try to shoot as much as I can, and also go to the net. Just try to cause havoc, and yeah.
You just address what Duncan Keith has meant to this team so far for you guys. I know he's missed 3 weeks with an injury, but overall.
Oh, he's been unbelievable. He's a great leader. Even stepping in just this year. He's a big role model for me. I've watched him, growing up and see him win a few cups here. It's pretty cool, and he's just a really good guy around the locker room.
What can you just maybe a little more specific on what he's been like leadership-wise for you guys?
Just in the locker room during games, just being able to, point out a few things that we need to be better at, throughout the game, even during practice, what we need to work on and kind of stuff like that. Even like me personally, seeing stuff that I need to work on and pointing stuff out, kind of like that.
How was the hallway thing yesterday? What did you think of that?
It was awesome. I think it was our equipment manager's. I think he was the one who thought of it, but that was awesome. Being able to see him come back here for the first time. He's done so much here. It probably means a lot to him. So just being able to do that for him probably means a lot.
Some of Duncan's former Hawks teammates call him a character. Talk about stuff that he does in the locker room, on the plane. Have you seen any of that? Some of his antics.
I've seen it a little bit. He does this stem. And he does it like all over his body, like even on his forehead, and I think it's just absolutely hilarious. But so that's one of them.
What is it? What did you say? Can you say that again?
Or maybe not say it. It's ARP. I think it's called ARP or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Could you explain that?
It's just like I think STEM, like just to get his brain going. I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Is he sneaky funny? Kane was saying how he can be, like, he's really dry with the media a lot of times, but behind the scenes he can drop some one-liners and stuff like that.
Oh, 100%. Yes, he can.
The Blackhawks are getting back to full strength. Taves is coming back. It's going to be an emotional night with Duncan Keith. They're also honoring Nicholas Chalmers. And what's the danger in facing a team like that might be a little bit amped up?
Yeah, they're a very good team. We've had a couple good duels with them, this year, so it's going to be a really good test for our team, and really looking forward to it.
Kailer, just going back to Duncan quickly, when you look at his resume, I mean, you talked about he's one of your idols. 3 Cups, 2 Norrises, 1 Conn Smythe, gold medals. He has it all. Seeing him day to day, that obviously doesn't happen by accident, does it? Even at 38, people still talk about his commitment to the game. Do you see that?
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if I've seen another 38-year-old be in that good of shape still. It's crazy how well he takes care of his body on and off the ice. See what he does like on a day-to-day basis. It's pretty phenomenal. How much he cares about this game, and how much he cares about his body. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
See an optional skate today, but yesterday Tyler Benson was not on the ice. Do you have an update on him, and is he an option for tonight?
He's an option for tonight. He had just had a little bit of non-COVID related illness yesterday, and feels better today, so he's back out there for the morning skate.
Just a little housekeeping, going with Koskinen tonight?
Koskinen will be our starters tonight.
Okay, great.
night for the Blackhawks. Obviously, they're honoring Nico Stromerson, but also a huge night for Duncan Keith as he makes his return here. Can you just talk a little bit about what he's been like for the team overall? I mean, I know he missed a few weeks with injury, but in the big picture.
Yeah, and I've only been here for about three weeks or so, but my impression of Duncan is one of a true professional. His career speaks for itself. He's somebody whose stature amongst our or within our dressing room and amongst our players goes well beyond just what he does on the ice surface. He commands a lot of respect in the way that he carries himself, the way that he prepares for each game, and very happy for him to come back into this building that means so much to him. I know he's focused on an important game for our team tonight.
Can you just talk a little bit about the hallway experience yesterday that a lot of us saw on social media?
Yeah, it was a special time. I'm sure for him, but the fellas really enjoyed doing something for such a valued teammate.
You know, if you talk to anyone in the Hawks organization, his methods for preparation can be extreme, and then his antics are just as out there. Can you give an example of each that you've seen?
Well, again, I've only been here for 3 weeks, and he's only played one game with me as the head coach of the Oilers. So I'm getting to know some of those things that you're referencing there. But in all seriousness, you don't have the career that Duncan Keith has had unless you are someone who has a way of going about his business. He's someone who has a routine. He trusts that routine. And that has allowed him to play in this league for a very long time, and not just play, but be a very, very good defenseman at this level. So, I think for our group, he is an important member of our team because he lends that experience, and he's willing to share it amongst his teammates.
Cody Ceci playing in game number 600 tonight.
Yeah.
What have you seen from Ceci that's made him so effective? Because it seems like he keeps it really simple, but always makes the right play.
Yeah, I think Ceci is simple, straightforward, direct. We're talking about Duncan Keith's professionalism. I think Cody Ceci is an excellent professional as well. Someone who quietly goes about his business, who is consistent in his process. And he does a lot of things that might go unnoticed by fans or the media, but they're not unappreciated by his coaching staff or his teammates. I can tell you that. He's a very valued and trusted teammate in our dressing room.
You look at the standings, and it seems like the Blackhawks have fallen on hard times. But what do you see on the ice from them, and where are they a threat?
Well, I'm going to bring it back to the Oilers. I'm going to do it from the Oilers lens or perspective, which is that we've put a lot of emphasis on staying present, of trying to get better each day, and making sure that we're taking care of what's immediately before us. What I see before us tonight is a team that went into Edmonton and beat the Oilers. So they have very good hockey players. They have a belief in the way they're playing now. And they're going to return some pretty good players to the lineup tonight. So we are well aware of the quality of opponent. And I'll bring it back to us again. That's where our focus and attention is.
Staying in the present, staying in the right now, in your time here with the club, how well have they been at doing that?
I think our club's done a very good job, and that's a credit to our players. When we came in a few weeks ago, we being Dave and myself and joining the team up in Edmonton, we wanted to pay our players the compliment of high expectations. And what do I mean by that? I mean, we wanted to have high expectations for us on a day in, day out basis, and have been nothing but impressed by the work ethic, attention to detail, and dedication of our players. We know what's before us, and we're going to be systematic in our process of trying to take care of the day's business.
do you think getting a player of Jonathan Taves' caliber means, getting him back means for the Hawks?
Yeah, I think he is one of the work ethic catalysts for the Chicago Blackhawks. He's good in a lot of different areas. Starts in the face-off circle for him. I see a 200-foot player that is willing to check for his chances, and somebody who, if you give him too much time and space in the offensive zone, that he can make you pay. So he's certainly someone that we're going to pay a lot of attention to tonight. Good. Thanks.
Thank you.